All right, let's start in a wide-legged child's pose. So come back onto the mat, take big toes together, knees nice and wide, and then extend the arms out in front, forehead to the earth. Just take a few moments to start to tap into the breath. Maybe taking a couple of cleansing breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just allowing the breath to settle, to be a guide for you so you can ground your energy, ground your awareness into the present, and start to let go of some of the external distractions, the various thoughts about our day, what's happened before we came to our mat, what we have lined up for after our class. With each and every thought that comes into the mind, giving yourself the opportunity just to release, to let go as you let go of the breath. Imagining with every inhale, feeling the lungs with air, feeling the body with space, with openness. And with every exhale, allowing the body to soften a little more, allowing physical tension, mental resistance, thoughts, just gently slip away. I'm just taking a few more breaths here. Really starting to deepen the breath. Maybe noticing the breath expanding the belly, the front and back of the rib cage, the front and back of the heart. Noticing how the body draws back in toward the spine, toward the center on the exhales. And we'll take 3 more breaths here. Feeling the hips soften a little more. The chest melts down toward the earth. 2 more breaths. I'm taking 1 more breath now. And then inhale, walk the hands over to the right hand side. Keeping the arms in line with the shoulders, folding over the right knee. And pulling back with the left hip, creating a beautiful opening, nice stretch to the left side body. Take 2 more breaths here. One more breath. Inhale, walking hands over to the left hand side. And exhale, folding over the left knee. And the left ribs can drape over the left knee a little. And to extend the arms, pull back through the right hip. 2 more breaths. One more. Inhale, walk the hands back to center. Take an exhale here in your child's. And inhale up into your tabletop. Bring the knees back under the hips, the hands underneath the shoulders. Just taking a few rounds of your cat-cow. So on the inhale, we drop the belly, lift the chest and gaze. And exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. Just taking a few more in your own time, allowing the spine to exaggerate the movements. If it feels good, you can move a little bit more of a circular motion with the hips, or move the head and neck. And just start to feel the body open. And taking one more of our cat-cow now. Exhale, rounding the spine. Inhale, come to a neutral spine and lift the right arm up towards the ceiling. Open the chest. Exhale, thread the right arm underneath the left. Take the right ear down to the mat. And then extend the left fingertips out in front. Press down through the back of the right arm. Really rotate the chest across the left side. For 2 more breaths. One more. Bring the left hand back in under the shoulder and inhale, right arm high, open the chest back out. Exhale, set the hand down. Other side. Inhale, left arm high. Exhale, thread left arm under right, left ear to the mat. And right fingertips stretched out in front. Two more breaths here. Last breath. Bringing right hand back under the shoulder and inhale, left arm high, open the chest back out. Exhale, set the hand down. Walk the hands just slightly out in front. Tuck the toes and come into your plank to start with. So we'll line ourselves up, shoulders over the wrists, front body zipped up. Imagine creating a nice long length from the heels all the way up through the crown of the head. Take one breath, inhale. And then exhale, drop the knees to the mat and lower down to the belly, elbows stay in. Inhale, lift into a little baby cobra to start. And then exhale, fold back down. We'll take 2 more of those. Inhale, lift the chest, baby cobra. Engage the back. Exhale, lower down. One more, inhale, lift the chest. Then exhale, lower. This time, inhale, lift the chest, baby cobra or full cobra if you'd like to extend the arms. And then exhale, chin to chest, round the spine back to your child's pose. Take one breath here, inhale. And exhale. Inhale up to your tabletop. Tuck the toes underneath and exhale back into your downward facing dog. Just take a few moments, pedal out the heels. Maybe bend the right knee over to the left and then the left knee over to the right. Feel the side body stretch out, the arms, the legs. Whatever feels good here. And then just finding a bit of stillness, coming to center, feeling the length through both halves of the body, through the sides of the torso. Take one more breath here. And inhale, come high onto the toes and just walking the feet in towards the hands. Keep the feet hip distance apart and we'll come into a ragdoll. So nice bend through the knees, belly onto the thighs, catch opposite elbow creases. Upper body hangs nice and free. Holding still or sway from side to side if that feels good. You can give the head a little nod or shake, loosen up the neck. 2 more breaths here. Really softening through the neckline, letting the head get heavy. Beautiful. Slowly come back to center. Get the bend in the knees and just rolling all the way up to standing, stacking the vertebrae one at a time. Then rolling the shoulders back a couple times. Bring the big toes together and inhale, lift the arms up overhead. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step back into your plank. Take a breath here, zip up the front body, strong arms. Exhale, your choice, chaturanga, or drop the knees down and lower down to the belly. Inhale, lift the chest into your cobra or up dog. And exhale, back into down dog. Squeeze the belly to lift, not the lower back. Three more breaths here. Feeling the spine elongate. Pressing through the thumb and forefinger, activating the inner arms. Last breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Walk, step, or hop to the top of the mat. Take a half lift, extend the spine. Exhale, folding back down. Press through the feet. Inhale, arms up. All the way up, gaze the thumbs. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms up. One more sun salutation. Exhale, fold forward. Building a little bit more heat in the body. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or hop back and lower through your version of chaturanga. Dropping the knees if you want to. Elbows stay in. Inhale to upward dog or cobra. And exhale back to downward dog. 3 breaths here. Wrapping the elbow creases forward, broadening across the shoulder blades. 2 more breaths. Drawing the lower rib cage in. Last breath. Inhale, walk, step or hop to the top of the mat. Half lift. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, rise up, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, lift the arms. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or hop back through your chaturanga. Keep the elbows in by the ribs. Inhale, upward dog or cobra, shoulders down. Exhale, downward dog. 1 breath here, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, foot to buttocks, open the hip. Inhale, right leg high, square the hips. Exhale, step the foot between the hands and drop the back knee down. Inhale, lift the arms. And exhale, holding here. You want to drop the tailbone down, zip up the front body, so not flaring through the ribs or belly. 2 more breaths here. Sink a little more into that front knee. Feel that left hip flexor start to open. 1 more breath, inhale. And exhale, bring the hands back down to the mat. Inhale, lift the right arm high, open the chest. And exhale, bring it back down. Tuck the left toe under and lift the left knee. And then inhale, take the right leg back into your 3-legged dog. Exhale, step the foot on the outside of the right hand. The edge of your mat, and then drop the back knee down again. This is our lizard pose. We'll keep the hands in line with the feet, or foot rather. And just hold here for a couple of breaths. Letting the hips sink, the left hip flexors open, getting into that right hip a little. Just taking one more breath here. Keep the right knee hugging the shoulder. And then we'll take a few more breaths. You can either stay here, or if you want to, or you have the flexibility, you can come down onto forearms, onto some kind of block, cushion, blocks. And even though we're working mostly hips here, keep trying to create some length through the spine. So no rounding of the upper spine. Keep the chest leading as you fold forward. Right knee hugs in instead of splaying out. And keep coming back to the breath. Any distractions, things that creep in, the breath will bring you back. Beautiful. One more breath here. Inhale, come back up onto hands if you weren't already. Take the right hand to the right knee and then press it out to the side. So that right foot will roll onto its outer edge. Feel it in the hips. Whew. One more breath here. And bring that right foot back onto the mat. From here, keep a little bit of a twist towards your right knee. You're going to bend the left foot up towards the buttocks. And then take the right hand back and try and catch it. Nice, go sideways. Like this. If you can't catch it, that's fine. Kind of keep the energy of the foot coming back towards you. Or if you have some kind of strap, you can loop it around. And then keep sinking down into that right knee, right hip. Left hip will be feeling it too, left quad, which connects to the hips. One more breath here. And release that back foot down. Bring the hands back to center. And then tuck the left toe and lift the left knee. Inhale, step the left foot forward outside the left hand. And come down to your malasana. Early days, so if it feels strong, you can sit on some kind of block or cushion. And bring the hands together in front of the heart. Elbows will find their way into the inner knee creases and then push the palms together. So instead of staying here, we lift through the spine and start to push the hips open. If it feels good, same way with a ragdoll, you can kind of move to side a little. Get a little bit comfy. One more breath here. And take the hands down in front and just straighten the legs, fold forward over the legs. Let that right leg and the left stretch out. Let the upper body hang. Arms can just hang. They can catch the back of the ankles. And just take one more breath here. And take the hands in front, heel toe the feet back together. And then we'll inhale, lift all the way up, take the arms overhead. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, lift the arms, gaze to the thumbs. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands and step or hop back. Lower through your chaturanga. Inhale through to upward dog. Pull the chest through the arms. Exhale back to down dog. One breath, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift the left leg high. Exhale, foot to buttocks, open the hip, bend at the knee. Inhale, left leg high, square the hips. And exhale, step the foot between the hands. Drop the back knee down. And inhale, arms come up. Exhale, holding here, sinking down. Making sure there's no curve in the lower back. We want to draw the belly in and drop the tailbone down. 2 more breaths. Reaching long through the arms. 1 more, inhale. And exhale, bring the hands back down. Inhale, left arm high, open the chest. And exhale, hand back to the mat. Tuck the right toe under, lift the right knee, and inhale, sweep the left leg back to 3-legged dog. Exhale, step the foot outside the left hand. And then drop the back knee down. Lace it on the other side. Hands will be in line with the foot. I'm just going to hang out here for a few breaths to start with. Give the right hip flexor a chance to open, the left hip on the inside to soften a little bit. And just keep the left knee close to the left shoulder. Stay with the breath. When things get uncomfortable, get a bit painful, or we feel that resistance, especially in the hips, we'll feel resistance to surrendering and to letting go. So keep coming back to the breath. Visualize every exhale, the muscles soften a little more. And from here, we can either stay here for a couple more breaths, or if you want to push it a little deeper, you can come down onto forearms, onto some kind of block, box, whatever you've got handy. Keep the spine long. Keep the left knee hugging in. Stay with the breath. We've got 1 more breath here. Beautiful work. Inhale, coming back up. Scooching props out of the way. Burning the hands, we'll tuck the right toe under, lift the right knee. And then inhale, hop the right foot outside the right hand. Down into Malasana. If you need a prop, you can grab one. Otherwise, elbows inside the knee, pushing the palms to help open the hips, and lift the heart, roll the collarbone. If you feel okay, you can close down the eyes. And focus on the breath for a few moments. Two more breaths here. One more breath. Opening the eyes now, take the hands down in front, slowly roll up, straighten the legs, and find your forward fold here. Draw the upper body in towards the legs. Taking 1 more breath. And heel toe the feet in towards each other, hip distance or together, up to you. Take a breath in, half lift. And exhale, fall back down. I'm going to step the right foot all the way back on the mat. And then drop the knee down because I forgot something. So heel toe the left foot out to the edge. Left hand on the inside of the left knee and then pushing up the side. Left foot rolls onto the outer edge of the foot. Almost got away with less intense hip stretching on this side. Take one more breath here. Nice work. Ground the left foot back down on the mat and then bend the right foot into the buttocks. Left hand goes back and tries to catch the foot. If you have some kind of strap that you need, you can use that. I've seen a bathrobe thing being used to lasso the foot. And feel into that right quad, left hip, it's all happening. One more breath here. Beautiful, release the back foot, bring the hands back down. And from here, we're just gonna inhale, float the left leg back. Bring the toes together, knees nice and wide, and press back into a wide-legged child's pose. Bring the forehead down onto the mat. Let the chest soften. The hips soften. The energy, the breath, the mind soften. Allowing the forehead to connect to the earth, the eyes to close down. Calming, pacifying the nervous system. Taking one more breath here. And inhale, come up onto hands and knees. Knees back under the hips, tuck the toes, and lift back into downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths here. Strong through the arms, draw the lower belly in, and the lower ribs in. One more breath. Inhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Half lift, extend the spine. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, rise up, arms overhead. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, lift the right knee up towards the chest. And then exhale, take the right ankle across the left knee, like a little figure four shape. And then sink into the left knee. Keep your balance. And press that right knee down away from you. Feel it in the outer hip and glutes. Couple more breaths here. Switch on the belly, find your balance. Two more breaths. Sink a little deeper in that left knee if you can. One more breath. Inhale, coming back up, knee to chest. And then exhale, hinge forward to warrior three, extend the back leg out, and then drop the foot down into a high lunge. Inhale, lift the arms. And exhale, prayer twist to the left. So you can either stay upright or you can hook the elbow outside the knee and start to bring up the spine. Stay firm through the right leg. Keep the right hip lifted. And use the leverage of the arm to ring out from the torso. Keep pressing palms together. One more breath. Beautiful. Inhale, back to your high lunge, arms up. And then exhale, open into your warrior two. You Adjust your stance if you need to. The front heel should intersect with the back foot's arch. Nice deep bend in the knee, arms strong. And then we'll inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, side angle pose. So left hand can come to the thigh or down on the inside of the foot, and the right arm will shoot towards the front to create that nice side angle of the body. Try and find a bit of a deeper bend in that left knee. And push down through the left heel. It'll activate the hamstring, take some of the fire out of the quads. One more breath. Beautiful. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down to frame the foot. And then inhale, back into your plank. Exhale, your version of chaturanga. I'm dropping my knees for this one. Inhale, pull the chest through, upward dog or cobra. And exhale, back into your downward dog. Nice work. One more breath here. Inhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Take a half lift. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, rise up, arms overhead. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, lift the left knee up to the chest. Exhale, ankle over the knee on the right leg, and then sink down. Like a single leg chair pose almost. Keep the energy in the left knee pressing away from you. And then sink a little deeper if you can. Find your balance, feel the core activate. 2 more breaths. Find your gaze, your focus, your concentration. 1 more breath. Beautiful. Inhale, coming back up, knee to chest. Then exhale, transitioning through warrior 3, left leg goes back. And then drop it down for high lunge. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, prayer twist to the right. Hook the left elbow outside the right knee. And push the palms together. Rotate through the middle back and the belly. Fire up that quad. 1 more breath. Inhale, back to your high lunge, arms up. Keep your balance. Exhale, open warrior 2. Inhale, reverse the warrior. And exhale, side angle pose. Left arm shoots to the front. Right arm can go to the thigh. And the right hand down inside, on the inside of the foot rather. Couple more breaths. Sink deep into that right knee. Get deep into the hip. 1 more breath. Beautiful. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, bring the hands back down to frame the foot. And then inhale to your high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Elbows stay in. Inhale through to your upward dog. Exhale back to down dog. 3 breaths here. Stretching out the back of the legs. Feeling the length all the way up the spine. One more breath here. Inhale, knees to mat. Bring the toes together, knees nice and wide. Exhale, back into wide-legged child's pose. Slow down the breath. Focus on where you feel the breath in the body. If the breath feels faster, more shallow in the chest, or if you're still able to breathe deep into the belly. Nourish the body with the breath. Few more breaths here. Calming the focus, becoming mindful of the whole body. And take one more breath here. And then we'll inhale, come up onto hands and knees. Tuck the toes underneath and press back to downward dog. Inhale, lift the right leg high. Exhale, foot to buttocks, open the hip. Inhale, right leg high. And exhale, bring it through for your pigeon. Drop the shin down behind the hands. Release the back left leg. And if you're a little bit lifted in your right side, you can always bring in a block or a blanket or something. Otherwise, just start to fold forward over the right leg. Maybe you stay on the hands, maybe you come to forearms or all the way down. You can also, if you want, bring something underneath the forehead. Make the fold a little less intense. And again, come back to the breath. Let it ground you in each new moment. Return to that visualization of the inhales being filled with space, bountiful air, energy. And the exhales, giving the body permission to soften and fully release whatever they're holding on to. Scan through the body, notice where you hold the tension. Often we hold it in the creases around our eyes, our mouth, our jaw. By hugging the shoulders up around the ears. We're tensing the muscles in our belly, our legs. Just taking a few more breaths here. Take one more breath. And slowly, gently lifting back up. Planting the hands, tucking the left toe under. And we'll inhale, take the right leg back up to three-legged dog. Stretch out the leg, the hips. Exhale, set it down. Inhale, lift the left leg high, other side. Exhale, foot to buttocks, open the hip. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, bring the left shin through for your pigeon. Dropping that left leg and thigh down, extending the right leg. If you need anything underneath your left sit bone, you can prop them in there and then just fold forward. Nothing too fancy here, just releasing with the breath. Again, taking note, becoming mindful of all the little hidden pockets of tension. And every exhale, let go a little more. Just taking a few more breaths here. One more breath. Mindfully inhale your way back up. Plant the hands down. We'll tuck the right toe under, lift the right knee. Inhale, gently take the left leg back up, three-legged dog, stretch it out. And then exhale, set the foot down into your downward dog. Inhale, drop the knees to the mat. And on the exhale, we're going to come into our frog pose. I forgot what it's called for a second. But basically, you will take the knees out wide. And if it's too strong, feel free to take the toes together like a wide-legged child's pose. But otherwise, I keep the knee and the ankle in line. So then create this little shape. And then you'll basically just take your legs as far apart as you can, that feels okay, and come down to the forearms. And while you're here, you can kind of play with taking the weight back towards the heels. It gets pretty strong the further back you go, the further apart the legs are. So don't feel like you've got to stay in one spot the whole time. You can even shift forward and back. Take the pressure out of the hips all at once. You can bring the knees closer. Stay here for a little bit longer. Feel free to change it up to move if you need to, if it feels too much. Taking one more breath here. Being very gentle to come out of this one. Shift the weight forward onto the forearms. Take the weight out of the hips. Then bring the knees and the feet back together. And we're going to sit back onto the heels. And then bring the legs around one side and out in front. And we'll bring the soles of the feet together. And they don't have to be too close in. They can create more of a diamond shape if it's a little more relaxed. Take a breath in, lengthen the spine. And exhale, folding forward. And you can soften the head a little, the upper back. We may hang out here for a little bit, less about creating a long straight line for the spine, more just making sure that we keep the length in the lower spine. And if you ever have any troubles with creating that length, you can always prop your buttocks up on a little blanket, give you a bit more height. Otherwise, just softening the upper body. Supporting the head, maybe with the hands if it feels good, or with a block, or some kind of prop. Take a few more breaths here, still staying with the breath. Beautiful long inhales and exhales. Still filling the lungs, expanding the belly. One more breath here. Slowly inhale your way back up, lift the chest. And take the legs out long in front. And I'm going to take the right leg and kind of wrap it over. So you'll have your right foot on the blade edge, on its blade edge. And the left leg will stay straight. So it's kind of like you're in that sort of wrapped up Stromokasana shape. It's only a half. And then just hold on to the ankle, take a breath in, sit tall. And exhale, just fold over the leg. You can rest the hands wherever they feel good. Again, you can soften the neck, the upper shoulders, and back. Few more breaths here. Feeling the way each breath grounds you in each passing moment. The ability to let go of concerns, thoughts about the past or the future. One more breath here. And slowly inhale, come back up. And then we'll unravel that right leg, take it out long, and swap sides. Left knee will come up and over. And instead of that foot being grounded, you'll come onto the blade edge of the left foot. Take a breath in. And then exhale, folding down. Just a few more breaths here. One more breath. And slowly inhale, lifting the chest back up. And then extending the left leg back out in front. We're just going to take the legs out to the side. They don't have to come out too far. And then we're just going to start to, we'll take a breath in actually, to start, lift the chest. And then exhale, just walk the hands out in front. And find that point, your edge between pain and between something being too easy. You can use anything you've got handy to prop yourself up or support the head if you need to. Feel the gravity pulling the chest down. The body starts to get a little heavy. Notice the way the body connects to the earth, the heels, the back of the legs, the sit bones. Keep tuning into those things that allow you to be present. For some, it's the breath. For some people, it's the sensory experience, the sounds they can hear, the sensations they feel on the skin, and the things they can see. Take a couple more breaths here. One more breath. Gently inhale, come back up. And then really gently use the hands on the back of the knees to lift the knees back to center. Gentle. And then we're just going to come all the way down to the back. And then plant the feet onto the mat. Lengthen out the spine. And then we're just going to cross the right leg over the left, like you would if you were sitting in a chair or a cafe. Then we're just going to catch the ankles with our hands. And then from here, try to draw the knees in towards the chest. Draw the ankles towards the earth. And squeeze the inner thighs together. And feel it a little bit in the outer right hip or glutes. Few more breaths here. Try and soften through the chest, the muscles in the face, the shoulders. One more breath here. Then release the ankles, keep the legs crossed, and bring the left foot back down. We're going to come into a spinal twist now, so you can take the arms out wide, and we'll shuffle the buttocks over to the right, and then drop the wrapped up knees over to the left. If it's too strong on the spine, you can unravel the legs and just take the legs into a normal spinal twist, but this one gets a little bit deeper into the spine, across the front of the chest. With every inhale, expanding the belly with air. Every exhale, drawing the belly toward the spine and feeling the spine bring out a little more. Softening the shoulders. And the backs of the arms. We'll take a couple more breaths here. One more. And gently inhale, coming back to center, unraveling the legs, and shuffling the buttocks into the center. And from here, just crossing the left leg over the right, and then just catching the ankles, squeezing and drawing the knees in towards the chest, the ankles down towards the earth, towards you. And by squeezing and pulling back towards you, you'll start to feel it in the outer left hip and glutes. Few more breaths here. One more breath. Beautiful. Release the ankles. Bring the right foot back down. Keep the legs wrapped up. I'm going to shuffle the buttocks to the left and then drop the knees down to the right. Again, completely welcome to come into a normal spinal twist where the knees just stack on top of each other. Wriggling the right shoulder blade out if it gets caught up underneath the chest. And we'll take one more breath here. Before slowly inhaling back to center, unraveling the legs, and drawing the knees into the chest, wrapping the arms around, and lifting the head in toward the knees. And take a breath in here, squeeze everything in. And exhale, let everything go. Float the legs, the arms back down. And start to prepare for your Shavasana. Taking any final postures, any final movements that you might like. That'll help the body settle a little more. And get really relaxed and comfy. If you'd like to take any kind of inversion, you're more than welcome to. And then whenever you are ready, releasing the body down. Softening the legs, the arms. Softening the shoulders, the neck, the back of the head, getting nice and heavy. Scanning the entire body to find any final areas of tension, any muscles that are still holding on, resisting, trying to hold a certain shape. And with every exhale, let go a little more. Sink a little deeper into the earth. Get a little bit heavier. And as you lay here, just feeling into the space that you've created in the body. The peace of the mind that comes with focusing on each moment, from being present. The gratitude that comes with fully experiencing what's happening right in front of you. And noticing how the body moves, what you're capable of. I encourage you to stay here as long as you like. There is absolutely no rush, and the beauty of it is that you're in your own home. You can stay as long as you like. Really sink into the restorative benefits of your Shavasana, the most important pose of any practice. I'll see you again soon. Thank you for joining me. With love and gratitude. Namaste.